Alright, so now we're going to move on to assembly. So right now this is an anti-gravity object. And it's kind of like a power-up. I'm going to duplicate it and call this a component. And then I'm going to snag all the code from this code container. Get rid of the apply force. If on fire equals 1 and equals own dot world position plus own world orientation dot column orientation dot column 1 times, and we're going to say about 8. So now the endpoint of this ray, when this code container is triggered, is on the y-axis, out 8 units. Start equals own dot world position. So the beginning of the ray will be at the origin of this object. Ray equals own owner dot raycast and start 0 jacks 0, 0, 0. There we go. So next, so this is if the ray misses, we're going to draw a black line. And then if it hits, we'll draw a white line. So I'm going to need to add a cube and give it a property, jacks, and set its bound. So now when I pick this thing up, I don't want that one, I want this one. There we go. Now when I left click, we should see it drawn a line. Oh, duh. I didn't set the container to use the right script yet. Attempt assembly. There we go. Okay, so apparently that ray is invisible. I didn't realize that 0, 0, 0 meant don't draw the ray. Ah. We're probably drawing throwing an error is what's going on. Line 17. Oh, duh. Yep, we were throwing an error, and I am a silly person. There we go. So it's white if it hits a target, and it's blue if it doesn't. I'm going to decrease the rechamber time to 5 so that we can see better what's going on. There we go. So now we're casting array, and if we hit a target, it turns white. So now I need to store a list of jacks inside of this object with Python. So this is a list of lists. The first part on the small list is what's in the jack, which they start off as empty. And then the second part of the list is the location of the jack. So for the first jack, we're going to have it be -1 on the y-axis of this object. And we're going to color the jack. Blue. So now you can see the jack. Now we need to have it be -1 on the y-axis. And then for now, that's all we'll have be in the jacks. Later, we can have it so that there could be a specific type of object that can go in the jack, but for now, we're just going to leave it at this. And we're going to call this add jacks. And then, inside the attempt assembly script, for jack in array0 jacks, position equals array0 dot world position plus array0 dot world orientation times vector jack one. So now it takes the object's position and its orientation and then times it by a vector to bring the jack around to its real location. So what we do is localize the jack position no matter how this object is facing. So that's what this is doing, is it's grabbing the data from the jack list and localizing it to the actor. But we're going to do from mathutils import vector. So there we go. That should work. And diff equals own.world position minus position diff equals diff magnitude. So JL equals, so jack list equals blank. JL dot append jack small list jack then diff. And then I'm going to grab the sorted part from the spine controller. So we're just going to sort the jack list by its the size of the magnitude of how far away it is from the jack. So close equals JL 0. So this is the closest jack to where we hit. So if J 0 0, so this is the first part of the jack, which would be empty in this case. Equals empty. Own.world position equals so we're going to have the object move to the jack's position and then move out its own offset on the hit normal. So I'm going to have to add the property scale. So now, hopefully, the object will snap into the jack. With Rona error. Ah. There we go. So we're probably throwing an error on the script that adds the jacks. Or we're just not running it. No? On jacks equals empty. Oh. Make sure this is running. Boy, that's strange. There we go. Okay, so I have to add another 0 here. Alright, looks like we're probably throwing an error. Oh, duh. 0. Ah, duh, I'm stupid. I am a silly person. There we go. Now this should all work, hopefully. There we go. So we put the object in the jack. Now when I go to grab it again, I can grab it right out of there though. So we'll have to fix that too. The way we can do that is just check this compound. There we go. So now I can't grab it back out. So that took a little longer than I anticipated because of a couple bugs there. But basically the gist of it is this. This object casts a ray. If the ray hits a component assembly, like this thing has jacks in it, it looks up the location of the hit point versus where the jack is. And if it's close enough, it puts it in the jack. So right now, it's not putting it in the jack, but if I point, oh, never mind. There we go. There we go. So now, we pick up the object, and it casts a ray, and if its hit point is close enough to a jack, 0.5 units, it snaps into the jack. I know that that was kind of a mess, but this is one of the scripts that I will definitely offer for people to just grab, because I wouldn't want you to have to rewrite this unless you really had to. But this is the part that matters. It sorts the list of jacks, gets the closest one to the hit point, and if it's close enough to that jack and the jack is empty, it pops the object in the slot. So there we go. Place item in slot.